the metaverse, we all know it's kind of failing. We all know it's not really going too well. You know, it's not doing too hot. But today somebody linked me something in Discord that was just kind of downright depressing. And it's something I've actually heard about before through some very questionable means, but I got an update on this, and this is yeah, let's just we get a sneak preview of the metaverse for this NFT collection app thing called VEVE. VEVE Collectibles leads NFT trading space on mobile with more than $100 million in consumer spending. And this is true. They have had, when it comes to like collection apps for NFTs, I would personally say VEVE has somehow got the most partnerships. They've got partnerships with Disney, with, well, I mean, just look at this picture. I'm sure you can pick out a few. But yeah, it seems like they're just helping lead the charge into NFTs. But there was an update that somebody informed me about today that I didn't know about. VEVE have shown off their metaverse because, of course, they've got a metaverse as well. I think at this point it's pretty much impossible not to have a metaverse if you've got anything to do with the blockchain, right? So this, oh boy, this is what really got me. No FOMO. Join us right here for live coverage from DesignerCon 2022. Around 2 p.m. We got first look into something called the VEVEVerse, because that's going to be really fun to say, isn't it? The VEVEVerse. Right, we're putting on the air traffic controller things, because I kind of need them to listen to this. Now, I've listened to the start of this video. Let's get it full screened. I have listened to the start of this. I've watched the start of this, and my God, is this a mess? It is such a mess. Bear in mind, these guys are supposed to be making a metaverse, and they can't even get a camera pointed in the right direction, a guy sat on the correct chair. They've got someone else stood in front of said camera that's pointing in the wrong direction anyway. And then they go to show a video, and instead of doing a live cut to a video of their metaverse, they bring it up on a TV on fire using a fire stick. But then for some reason the video's like right at the end, so they have to rewind it to the beginning very painstakingly while people are watching. And then when the video is finally shown, it's this huge disaster that just looks horrific. Let's just watch.
The object. Many of you probably, we've been talking a lot about physical and digital.
So we've got dude just stood straight in front of their camera for the stream. Fantastic.
So in 2023 coming up, a lot of our NFT will come with a digital.
This is just embarrassing. The fact that they kept this video up. The fact they kept this up is so... I don't get it. It's just... I would be so mortified at how badly this went. I'd have removed it.
Digital frame. It will be starting from the next one-of-one release, which will...
The camera wasn't even aimed at the right guy. Imagine, right? You're like a minute in to your video presentation, and nobody's realised that the camera isn't even pointed at the guy that's presenting. It was pointed at the back of some dude's head.
Introduce tomorrow, the artist, later on today at 3:30, will showcase the first one-of-one auction on VEVE. But hopefully in 2023, we'll start to see you can import your NFT into these digital frames. Now,
that's something that I always found slightly interesting until I realised how this works. Digital NFT picture frames. They've made them look very futuristic and really kind of cool, right? Kind of modern. The problem with them are they're literally just a Raspberry Pi that's running a monitor in acrylic. So why does it need an NFT to do that? That's the bit that's blown my mind. it's again just another useless use case. It's a solution trying to find a problem. They're trying to fix a problem that literally doesn't exist with a solution that wasn't needed.
Here's one more special announcement we're going to do today as part of DesignerCon collabs. Early on, we have seen the Limbo. Now we're going to play another video on a special lineup we have.
This is the bit that gets me. So we have to sit here watching a guy that's controlling another TV to try and get something on it. The fact that these guys just don't understand basic technology should really be the red flag that this is a terrible idea, right? Just watch this.
Eyes on the screen.
Here we go. It's the big hype time.
Boom! Let's go! Let's go!
The collab is with the Brandalism as well as the Medicom. So these are NFT being inspired from the statues that's been available from the Medicom booth.
I'm going to be really honest. Half of the words that came out of his mouth there, I don't even know what he said. I've got no idea. But Banksy's graffiti is going to be an NFT. After this video, I'm going to see if that ever happened, because this was a few months ago. But, you know.
We are hoping to launch this roughly maybe Q1 23. So please stay tuned.
Q1 23. So we should have that already. Well, this will be interesting.
And that's just a QR to the V.
That's just a QR. Yeah. Now, that's not the super interesting bit. The interesting bit is where they show off their metaverse. I mean, this was just incompetency stacked on top of each other. Okay, here we are. It's time for the VEVEVerse.
Party tonight after the con, entry starting at 8. Make sure you RSVP. If you do not have an RSVP, you will not be able to get in. The hashtag is going to be over here, or the QR code rather, is going to be on the after party graphic on the TVs. So make sure you get there. We're going to have a good time tonight. Bowling, pizza, karaoke, drinks. Let's go.
Drinks.
All right, so without further ado, I want everybody to do me a big solid. We're going to give a big cheer and wave hello to everybody watching live right now on Twitter. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. VEVE fam! Thank you all for joining us. This is the No FOMO crew. We're all in this together. Let's go ahead and hand it over.
This is the No FOMO crew.
To David and Dan for a first look at the VEVEVerse.
Thank you, Alex. Awesome to see so many people here. It's going to be pretty tough following Lambo and Banksy, but I'll do my best. So number one, the VEVEVerse is actually real, and it is going to be rolled out very soon. I know the VIPs here last night got a chance to have a look with the VR headset. We're going to be setting that up later on after the demonstration, so everybody can have a real-time experience. So just before we actually get into the demo, I just wanted to cover off a few points about the VEVEVerse, because I know a lot of people are going to have questions around the technical capabilities,
I've got plenty,
etc. So I'm just going to run through a few kind of basic slides, and then we'll get into the exciting stuff. Right. So number one, technical capabilities of the VEVEVerse platform. Number one, multi-device support, whether that's AR, VR, Mac, PC, iOS, Android, tablets, everything. It's all about making sure that the VEVEVerse is available on all the platforms that everybody wants to use.
So basically the same way that you can package any game in Unreal Engine for any platform. Right, gotcha. So it's a selling point that isn't really a selling point at this point. It's just, it is. It is a thing. Okay.
Number two, little bit nerdy, but it is game engine agnostic. There are two major game engines in the world, Unity and Unreal Engine. The VEVEVerse can port to both of them. So if you have a super high-spec gaming machine, you can use the Unreal Engine version, which will have all of that cool Unreal rendering capabilities.
Hold up. The VEVEVerse is game engine agnostic. What's it built in? Because it can't be game engine agnostic. That doesn't make sense. You pick an engine because game engines aren't agnostic to the game you're making in it. Like, to me, that reads as, and I don't know if it's just this guy not understanding what he's saying and trying to talk about something he doesn't understand, just reading Cliff Notes. That's basically like saying that I can open an Unreal Engine project file in Unity and it'll just work. It straight up will not. I just want to point that out here. They use different programming languages for starters. One uses C++, the other uses C#. So, no, that's not how that works. And two, their render pipelines are completely different. Because he's just said, if you wanted to use Unreal Engine, use it in Unreal Engine for that awesome rendering tech, you can. No, you can't. Because if it's made to work with other render tech, it won't work with Nanite and Lumen. So that is BS. Out the gate. Complete BS.
Even better, number 3, your VEVE home space, you can cloud stream that from anywhere in the world. So you can share your VEVE home space just by sending someone a link. Our gaming servers on AWS will render it in the absolute highest quality in Unreal Engine, and then it will be streamed live to anyone's browser. So that you won't need to download anything, you don't need a high-spec machine. It means anyone in the world can play it, yeah.
Hold up. There's something here that just doesn't seem right. So, they're going to... I mean, they've just said they're using Unreal Engine, so... How is it game engine agnostic, or why? Let's pretend they can even do that. Why is it game engine agnostic when it's working in Unreal? Okay, I'm going to be honest. I think they've either misworded it or misrepresented what they're trying to say, and I'm not understanding what they're trying to say, or they don't understand what they're trying to say, and they genuinely are trying to sell it off as it being game engine agnostic, which makes no sense.
Of course, it has a ton of multi-user capabilities, which we'll get into a bit later. The VEVEVerse is a persistent world, and that means that if you move something, if you add something, if you scale something, change a color, all of the changes will automatically be saved. You don't have to worry about anything. When you come back, it'll be there straight away. And of course, in the VEVEVerse, you will have avatars. We will be bringing out our own avatar system at some point in the future. But until then, you can bring in Ready Player Me, Taffy, or you...
Here we go again, this Ready Player Me, the one that Earth 2 is using, and everyone seems to be just bragging and boasting about how it's absolutely kick-ass. We're using someone else's avatar system for what? Why? I genuinely don't get it. It's kind of like celebrating laziness. Because if you're using that avatar system, you're now locked into the ecosystem of that avatar system. Or you're locked into like the skeleton structure of the models. They all have to abide by that to be able to work together. You don't just get like a random model and chuck it in and it works. It doesn't really work that way.
You can use our simple, customizable avatar system to start with. Apparently Anthony's typing, if anybody wants to know. There will be levels of access and permission. If you don't want people to enter your VEVE home, you can make it public. You can make it private. I agree, Anthony, it is. Seamless AR, VR experience, which we'll demo later on. The other great thing about the VEVEVerse, like Roblox and Minecraft, there is a scripting language over there to create your own games. You want to do something cool, like make something rotate, or if somebody clicks on something, it'll do a cool thing. So it has a whole scripting language over the top.
Now, I know that other games use scripting languages, but I'm just imagining how they could cock this one up. Because if they allow people to script in browser and other people to execute said scripts, there's going to be something that they just kind of forget to limit. I just know it's going to happen. And then the bits that I don't get here, again, boasting that particle system support. Yeah, I mean, if it's in Unreal Engine, by default, it has particle system support. These aren't features of like the VEVE game. These are features of Unreal Engine. And like LOD support, level of detail, that's nothing new. Nanite is literally an LOD system. So why is this a selling point?
It has a particle support system. You know, you want it to be raining, you want clouds, you want lightning, sparklers, fireworks, whatever. You can do that with the particle system. It also has LOD support, which is level of detail, which means that the further an item is away from you, it will be lower quality. You won't notice because it's so far away, but it means that we can have hundreds and hundreds of models and assets within the VEVEVerse.
Right.
So some of the multi-user capabilities,
Okay, right. We don't need to see that. We need to just see the trailer. Okay, and now they're going to show off the actual metaverse itself, which can't wait to see how much of a disaster this is. I haven't watched this yet, but this is the bit that people told me that I should be watching.
Okay, so now let's actually dive in to the VEVEVerse and have a look. Now, one thing that's very cool is I'm actually already in the VEVEVerse. Let me just click on
No way.
So I'm actually doing this demonstration directly from inside the VEVEVerse. I'm going to press 11 to bring the menu up. And then I'm just going to jump into Walk Interactive. And there's my avatar. So right now, I'm looking off my platform. But as I turn around, here is my new VEVE home space. Okay. Now,
No way. There's no way they showed this off with that flickering like thing in the background that's just clipping in and out of existence.
just keep in mind, this is how we've decided to roll it out in terms of the aesthetics from the beginning. But in the future, you might want your VEVEVerse to be a fantasy castle or steampunk or whatever you want. So there's going to be a ton of different types of buildings and...
It looks like someone's taken Second Life and VR chat and smashed them together, but all the worst bits of each.
these sort of islands here that you can choose and decorate as much as you want. So I'm just going to quickly jump into fly mode because there's a number of different awesome ways that we can navigate around. As you can see, we've got Anthony and Eagle in the back there. We've got a really cool video streaming feature, so you can show your face in here.
Okay. I don't know how to break it to you, but there's literally a single node in Unreal, which is a virtual browser that you can stream things from, and you can just drag that onto a plane, and it will do that. Like, I'm sorry, but that's not impressive in the slightest. It's just a feature of an engine.
So I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. So I want to show you the full sort of scope. So when I first came into the VEVEVerse, this was all empty. So everything you see in here are all the collectibles that I've put in from my collection. Some of you might recognize we've got some features in there from Brock McBlockchain, which is pretty cool, flying around here. So your VEVE home space is made up of two main parts. Number one, the island down the bottom, which is essentially your exterior, and the building itself, which you can enter in, and we're going to jump in that, have a look.
Hold on, so it's just an instanced home. It's basically Oculus Home, but smaller and seemingly less interesting. I'm not going to lie, this just seems really shit.
Later on. But just to start off with, I'm just going to have a bit of a fly around so you can see some of the world. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'm going to go back into walk mode. Let me just get over here. And you can see we've already got a whole number of people here wandering around with their avatars. Let me just jump back into walk and
Look at the walk animations.
interactive mode.
Just walking in midair. Just
Okay, this is going to be a little bit tricky to talk and walk. Yeah, hold the mic for me. Yeah, Dave, hold the mic for me.
these animations are so bad.
Okay, so I'm just going to walk around a little bit here. I'm just going to quickly jump back into fly mode. Pop up here. Okay, so let's go for a little wander around my exterior. So you'll see all of these rocks up here. I've just placed them there because I thought, hey, rocks would look cool.
Bro, that's
This is
mad.
an example of the particle system we've got in here. There's also spatial audios. You can't hear it now, but as I walk...
I mean, I know the video's choppy because it's a crappy Twitter live, but I have to say, they've outdone my expectations on how bad they can make fire look.
closer to this fire, the crackling gets louder and louder. I can run.
Spatial sound, again, another just attenuation, a feature of Unreal. You drag a sound in and you have an attenuation fall off. That's it. It's got spatial sound. My God, man.
Around here, you see I've got some awesome labbits. I've got the VEVE gold logo because David gave me one because he's so nice. I've got a few other people wandering around here. I've got my killer croc. And all of these items, as I mentioned, I have placed in here. So we've got the beautiful Brett Crawford, which is dropping tomorrow. Honestly, one of my favorite pieces. He's such a famous artist. We had to put it in there. We've got VEVEVerse. He is so cool. I really, really love this piece. I'm just going to check my notes to see what I'm meant to be talking about next. Hang on a minute.
Just a dude floating past in the background? I think it's safe to say that this is a mess. Like, it's a genuine mess. Every metaverse that we seem to actually be able to look at seems to just be Unreal Engine, but inside Unreal Engine. So they've exposed the add tools, the move tools, it's just... What they're advertising here is the game engine that this is built in, not so much what this is, because this is not impressive. At all. Genuinely, it's not. Oh, ladies and gents, this is possibly one of the messiest things I've seen in a while. And just to top it off, here's the crypto that they are using, / they are tied to, / they created. I'm not even sure their kind of connection to this, but all I do remember is that I know this project from when Aria Realty and Randy Chavez were both promoting this non-stop. They were just full-on shill mode. And this was after the drop-off with Earth 2 had happened, like the drop-off in activity. So they thought, you know what, we need to move on to the next dumb project and shill that. Because, you know, haha, referral codes, whatever. Well, this is the last year of OMI, or Ecomi, which is the crypto, and it's just tanked completely. This company has all of these partnerships, all of these big brands, big name partnerships, and their crypto is still just falling off a cliff face. So... a question mark? I don't know. I have no idea what's going on here. But either way, this has been enjoyable to look into, to say the least. Thank you to Dissential in the Discord for linking me this. I wasn't aware of the update. And as always, a massive thank you to the patrons. If you like this video, drop a like, leave a comment, sub, and until next time, take care.